This is imagination. So I'm going to teach you a little something here. This is one of those, this is a genius trick. You have comparisons and two types of comparisons. Are there two types or are there three types? You have dichotomy. And you also have opposites. Now, dichotomy is on a spectrum. And that's when you have something in ratio to. Glass half full versus half empty. And for me, it's always full. And then when you're looking at something that's relativity, you are looking at either or. Now you're looking at opposites. Now you're looking at black and white. And there is no spectrum. It's one or the other. It's A or B. Now, before some asshole comes along and says that's black and white thinking, order a fucking ice cream cone. Anyone who orders one single flavor has black and white thinking. Like, that concept is thrown around so much right now, it's bullshit. Because there's a lot of things where it's like, it's called, it's all in a spectrum. Do you like pure vanilla or do you like Neapolitan? So, yeah, you have opposites either or, and you also have dichotomy on a spectrum in ratio to. And you also have relativity. And what I'm trying to figure out is when you're doing opposites. No, you have three. So there are three. So you also have relativity, which would be your point of origin. Now you're looking at the Cartesian coordinate system. This is all very relevant. Stay with me. So here's how this works. When you are talking about value or worth, you are making a comparison. You are literally using equilibrium to figure out the assessment or the value. So imagine a scale. Gold. How much is this gold worth? In relative to what? In relative to what? So if you are sitting there saying this has high worth, in relativity to what? If you say something is expensive, in relativity to what? And this is the problem that people have. This is the problem that dumb people have. Is they constantly weigh value without defining the relativity. They define value without relativity. Really dumb. And now I'm looking, now here's the other thing, is you do have some people who are defining relativity in relationship to the dollar. That is in relativity to gold currency. The dollar is in relativity to gold currency. So you have people who do that for you, but then you've got people who aren't processing that they have no relativity to assess the worth of something. Now, those same people will develop into a mental disorder where they go, I'm not worthy. In relative to what? I'm not worth it. I don't have any value. In relative to what? You must have a point of relativity in order to determine one's value or worth. And if you don't have that, then you can't define the value. You are undefined in value. So really the correct word is, are you undefined in value? Or are you worthless? See the difference. Worthless means you have defined the point of relativity, and you can say that I am valuable or worthless in relativity to X, or you're undefined in value. Most people are undefined in value, but they're so uneducated. They don't understand that they're undefined in value. They're just not relative to a defined sense of value or worth. So if you're going to sit here and talk about the value of something, what is it in relativity to? Now, this is what I use. So when someone comes along and they open their mouth at me, I immediately weigh in on the value of their words, because words can be worthless in relativity to my need. Now we got something. So anytime I see words written down, I know how to evaluate the worth of the words on the page. So when you hand me a book by Tolstoy, I have no idea where he is on the list. I've heard some amazing things, and I'm going, okay, yeah, he's definitely worth putting into my brain. Absolutely, he's worth putting into my brain. So now Tolstoy has, I really need to read Tolstoy. So now Tolstoy has, why have I not read War and Peace yet? Like, but really, what the fuck? What the fuck have I not read War and Peace yet? What am I doing? Like, why wasn't I doing this when I was 15? Okay. Can't believe I haven't read Tolstoy yet. Anyway. I can't believe this. Ooh, I just realized something. Oh, I've been waiting for this. Your ethical age is supposed to match your physical age. Your ethical IQ is supposed to match your physical age. So when you're 4, you should be a 4th perspective. When you're 5, you should be a 5th perspective. I am 44, and I was at the 44th perspective. I am officially, this is how we act. This is 45. All right. Oh, we have a defined, I was waiting. You have no idea. I can't believe I missed it. Oh, I've been waiting for this. I calculated this back like 20 ethical perspectives ago, where I went, wait a minute. So if the 15th perspective is at 15 years old, because when I hit 15th perspective, I went, whoa, I feel 15. Oh my God. And then I realized I've been stuck at the 15th ethical perspective. Okay, that's 12 plus 3, So I was the 3rd ethical perspective of the 2nd round of the U of I. And I went, oh my God. And that's when I really solidified this in and went, all right, which means when I'm 20, I will be thinking like a 22-year-old is supposed to be. So that's it. That's it. Your age is supposed to match your ethical IQ. Your ethical IQ is the age of your subconscious mind. Most of you are 6-year-olds. Most of you are 6-year-olds. Most of you are 4-year-olds. 4, 5, and 6 right now is the age. I'm 45 and I'm 44 years old. So this is what it looks like. Relativity. Now you have a point. Now you can see why I'm so pissed. Because I figured this math out about 20 perspectives ago, and I'm like, oh, and I didn't even know what that looked like. And I'm like, I'm going to have to see what it looks like when I'm 44 years old. Well, 44 ethical years old, 44 ethical IQ years old. So I've been literally tracking it and waiting to get to this point of 44 and 45. And I can't believe I was so distracted by Douglas Adams's 42 and 44 and his mismatched math and my mismatched math, because we both fucked that one up. And then I got to the 44th ethical and I went, oh, it's 44. It's not 42. Douglas, I thought the same. So for 2 perspectives, I thought the same thing that Douglas thought, which is 42. And it's not 42, it's 44. And I was so focused on Douglas Adams that I completely missed the point that I was at the 44th ethical expansion. And I'm going, oh, this is it. This is a big fucking deal. Oh, no wonder why I'm back. I'm like, no, I got to get back on here now. I wonder if I will slow down now. That would be amazing if I slowed down. Oh, that would be amazing. So now I can say these words to you. Hi, I am a 44-year-old woman with an ethical IQ of 45 that actually matches my age. How old are you? Now you can measure worth and value, your subconscious mind status to mine. Now you can look at it and go, oh, that's what 45 is supposed to look like. That's what 45 is supposed to look like. You have 2 ages inside of you. 2. You have your physical age and you have your ethical age. Your ethical age is how old your subconscious mind is. Your physical age is how old your body is. If they are not matched, you will age fast. If they are not matched, you will have mental illness. If they are not matched, your brain will literally disintegrate. That's what Alzheimer's is. It is the disintegration of a mind to the point because the ethical IQ is far younger than the physical body, which is why people die at 60 and 90. It's why I look so young, is because my ethical IQ matches, finally, my physical age. They were never supposed to be mismatched. And every fucking person out there in the world who has a mismatched subconscious mind to their body is going to age. You can't not. It's not gravity that does it. Do you know how stupid that sounds? It's not gravity that pulls your body down and makes you sag. It's stress. The stress of having a subconscious mind not grow. And the question is, when did your subconscious mind stop growing? Most of you, it stopped growing at age 2 and 3 years old. So that you're acting like a 4th and a 6th perspective when you're really 2 and 3 years old. Because of how we parent and how we educate our children at 2 and 3 years old. So I'm watching you dumb fucks kill yourselves because you're too stupid. And I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to tell you. Because it's so fucking advanced shit. And you are so stupid that you don't understand even what I'm trying to tell you. So I have to keep dumbing this down. How dumb do I have to make it? And when I get it dumbed down, I get people going, oh, they want to argue with me. And I'm like, really? I dumbed myself down 45 ethical perspectives to give you a message. And you want to argue the science? You can't even understand what I'm trying to say when I speak abstractic to you. And you want to talk about the science. By all means, the science is available on my website. But you think you're qualified to talk about the science? You don't even understand what I'm saying in abstractic. This is what I've been trying to say. So I'm sitting here watching our parenting and educational system destroy minds at 2 and 3 years old. And not one of you even thinks there's anything abnormal about it. You don't even notice. None of you have noticed. And I'm sitting here going, wow, they are so stupid, they don't even notice. And I'm going, you want to know what aliens would say if they come down to our planet? Oh my God, you guys are dumb. That's what they would say. That is what they would say. And then they'd have the conversation. Do we educate them or go the prime directive? What do you think we should do? Educate them or prime directive? Can they be educated? Or are they that stupid now? Most of you are that stupid now. That's my concern. Most of you are too stupid to learn now. And you're okay with it. You don't even know you're that stupid. You're too stupid to be scared. And I've tried everything. And I'm afraid I can't dumb this down any further. You're just that far gone. And I got my people telling me, you got to dumb it down further. You got to dumb it. I can't. You got to come up to me now. You can't even get the message anymore. You're too stupid. And I got these dumb fucks going, oh, that's not nice to say. You're dying. You're all dying. And I can prove it. I have. You don't have a mental illness. You're dying. And you just keep recycling through the energy like, oh, I'll just go get another body. The problem is you're getting dumber. And no one cares. No one notices. Everyone's too stupid. They think aging and dying is normal. And I'm going, what are you doing? It's optional if you're smart. All you have to do is learn. But you don't even know what learning is. There is a well-documented sociological arc that occurs. And that when this arc is followed, certain patterns of behavior in humans is anticipated. It's predictable. But you have to have the skill of looking at sociology literally in a massive, big picture over millions of years. So condense millions of years into a big picture. Now, do that with 100,000 years, 25,000 years, 5,000 years, 2,000 years, 100 years, and 50 years. I can do that all at the same time. And then I can compare and look at all the mathematical patterns at the same time and go, oh, look at all the common denominators. And then I can see what we're doing, where we're going, and I'm going, oh, we're fucked. Oh, we are fucked. This is really fucking bad. It's so bad, I called up my best mathematician on my team, who is the best mathematician in the world. And I said, here, go ahead and crunch this number for me. Oh, he crunched the numbers for me. And I said to him, here's the calculation. And I rattled off all the data I needed. And I said, I need to know the turning point. At what point is it too late for us? And he crunched the numbers. He came back. He said, Anna, we're on the fulcrum. We're on the fulcrum. So I'm going to translate that for the really stupid people in the audience. If we don't turn this fucking thing around now, you're going to die. You're out of time. You're on the fulcrum. If you don't get smarter, you will die. And you're too stupid to even know it or be scared. Oh, you should be even scareder now. So I'm sitting here going, how am I going to market this? And then I get the really stupid people. Well, have you talked to Nim? Oh, yeah, they're too stupid to know what I'm saying. Nim is too stupid to know what I'm saying. The mathematician is scared. He's working his ass off trying to stop it. I'm working with him. It dumbfounds me how many of you aren't scared. You have no fucking idea. So that's the shit I get to deal with in my job. How to wake up 8 billion dumb fucks. How the fuck do you wake up 8 billion people who are too stupid to even know they should be scared and they're not? Value. And here I am going, this can go either one way. And this is what's irritating me is I'm stuck. I can see it going both ways. And I'm the fucking pivot. That's it. That's it right there. I'm the fucking pivot. And then the work that I've done fixes it, saves it. It's the plug. It's literally the difference between you guys going extinct and not. But it is so complex that you are officially too uneducated to understand it. So I broke it down, and I broke it down, and I broke it down. That's why I have like 18 different triadic healings on my course. It's literally for the 12th perspectives, for the 5th perspectives, for the 4th perspectives, for the 3rd perspectives, for the 2 perspectives. And now I got to figure out the marketing. And I'm looking at the marketing going, and then I get these dipshits calling me up. Can I speak to the business owner? And they want to sell me marketing. They don't even want to hear what I have to say. I'm like, do you want the truth or the bullshit? Oh, I want to hear the truth. Sure you do. Okay. And then I tell them what and who I am. And they go, oh. Some of them are so stupid, they just repeat their sales pitch to me. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? The geniuses say, Anna, you need fame. Yeah. Yeah, I know. The geniuses go, you need to be an internet personality. Like that's the only way you're going to be able to do what you need to do. I know. So now I got to get famous. And I'm just looking at this going, are you fucking kidding me? So I'm on an imagination. I'm here to tell you that you're dying because that's the way the subconscious mind and logic works. And because you are so uneducated, you're dying and you don't even know it. Now, I got the fix for you. I've got what you need. I've got all the science. It's on my website and it's free. So I'm not even charging you for this shit. I'm not even making money off of this shit. So no one can go, oh, you're trying to scam people. For what? Really? You just got to get your fucking ass over there and do it. And every goddamn time I do a YouTube video, I have this like, how do I do this? Do I tell you I'm a god? I might be. Do I try and blend in? Do I go get a 9 to fucking 5? What am I supposed to do? And today I thought, I'm just going to ask them, how would you market this shit? And here's the thing. The clock's ticking. We're on the fulcrum. And I'm really tired of trying to tell people something I can't talk about. So now I got to come out and show you who I really am. And I'm scared to death of doing that. But if I don't do it, oh, it's not going to go well. Because I'm the smart one here. And I did the math. And you're dying a lot faster than you realize. Because there's not going to be a future for your children. There isn't. I've done the math. I had the world's greatest mathematician do the math. And I don't know how to market this. Except maybe I should just come onto my YouTube channel and tell you. So this is my marketing. Me, it's actually really fucking good marketing because, you know, it's me out here going, hi. So I had this massive choice of protect my, play it safe, or be honest with you and tell you who and what I am. And when I did all of this and I figured out the code and I saw what was going on, and it's been really frustrating. And that's why I'm getting angry. That's why I was angry through the whole thing. That's why when you look through my YouTube channel and I'm just angry. And I'm like, why am I so angry? Why am I so angry? I'll tell you why I'm angry. It's because I'm watching literally everyone die. And us going towards this future, you guys don't know what's going on. And I'm watching you stupid fucks go, it's going to work out just fine. Not if you don't get smarter, it won't. Fast. We need resource generators. We've got to get resource generators like now. We can't be consumers anymore. It's killing us. Consumerism, not capitalism, is the problem. And you guys are too stupid to know that consumerism is not capitalism. And you guys think that capitalism is consumerism, and you hate the consumerism, but you blame the capitalism because you're that stupid. And I can be really nice, and you can be dying, or I can be that ugly, delusion breaking, in your fucking face, shit's going down. Wake up. So, you've got a problem with consumerism, not capitalism. I know how to turn people into resource generators, but I can't do it for you. I've already done it. I am a resource generator. I'm not a consumer. That's why I don't need money. See the difference? Go back on my YouTube channel. I've been with you guys. I've been working a job. What do you think I do for a living? Think about it. So, the only way we are going to fix this is you have got to stop being a consumer. You need to be producing more resource than you consume. You are not supposed to all be dependents, and you are. If you are a consumer, then you are a dependent. This is power economics. If you were a resource generator, you would be producing more in resource than you would be consuming, but you're not. The dollars that you've been collecting are just paper with ink. They're valueless because of how much debt is owned by the government at this time, which means those little pieces of paper don't mean a goddamn fucking thing. But you're too stupid to know that. And at this point, your stupidity is actually saving you. Did you know that businessmen, when they make trades on the stock market, are literally betting on how stupid you are? And it works. So they're able to make a whole lot of predictions based off of stupid behavior. That's right. That's how billionaires get rich, because they're smart. That's why they're rich, because they figured shit out. But the stupid people are so stupid that they blame the smart, flourishing people instead of saying, could you teach me? Because they're that stupid. So, this whole thing is a giant logical chain reaction of point A to point B. The problems you are experiencing are in this generation of problems. But this is not where you fix the problems. This is where the problems are, but this is not where you fix the problems. Where you fix the problem is at the catalyst. This is why a doctor goes to the source in surgery. But doctors are the only ones smart enough to figure this out. Some scientists have figured it out. A good chunk of scientists have figured this out, that you need to go to the source to fix the problem. Plumbers have figured this out. But the majority of everybody else hasn't figured this out, especially psychologists who should know better. So this is where the problem is, but that is not where the solution is. The solution is over there by the catalyst. In fact, before the catalyst. So you're supposed to go before the catalyst, fix the problem there, not at the source, prior to the source. And then the whole thing will just figure itself out and it'll be fine. All of your mental illnesses will be fine if you just go to the source. But you need to know how to go to the source. And you are not going to get there without logic and physics. Are you smart enough to fix your brain? Because that's really what we're down to. Now, I've dumbed this all down. Actually, I didn't. I just translated it over to a different perspective, and then I put it on my website and it's there. So that's what the healing garden is. It's literally every step-by-step you need to go through the entire process. Am I angry? Yes, I'm angry. Am I tired? Yeah, I'm really fucking tired, okay? Because this is all I've been doing for 2 years. And You guys are so concerned about your stupid little feelings that you don't even know you're dying. And I'm going, wow. All right. So I want you to imagine something for a minute. I want you to imagine going to the ER and you're bleeding out and you're dying and you're more concerned about the doctor's manners than them keeping you alive. And so you keep stopping the doctor. Oh no, you need to, no. Where are your manners, Dr. Brown? Where are your manners? You're dying, bitch. You know, that's the kind of stuff where it's like, so the doctor can think about your fucking little feelings or he can save your life. So I'm the mental version of that, where I'm going, wow, I can see this mathematical projection. I can understand sociology. Holy fucking shit, we're dying. And you guys are all sitting here going, oh my God, you think you're going to die from a war? You're going to die from mental illness. You're going to die from mental illness. The wars are happening because you're mentally ill. Starvation is happening because you're mentally ill. Poverty is happening because you're mentally ill. The dollar is crashing because you're mentally ill. The economy is crashing because you're mentally ill. Do we all see a common denominator yet? Global warming is happening because you're mentally ill. But no one is fixing the mentally ill problem. And you're just getting dumber. So then I asked the question, how did it get so bad? Because I was looking for the catalyst. And here's the fun thing. The reason why psychologists are chasing away from the problem is because they are like the core of the problem. And they were so concerned about turning away from the problem because they have their own avoidant issues because they're mentally ill. When I found out that the majority of psychologists were mentally ill, I went, oh, that's great. Why do you think they went into psychology? The majority of psychologists go into psychology because they're trying to fix themselves. Whoever said they succeeded? Did they succeed with you? Or do you just have a bunch of mentally ill people now treating you? Look at that. The mentally ill is treating the mentally ill. And everyone's too mentally ill now to even know it, because Freud doesn't work. Pythagorean psychology does. Evidence. So, by all means, how's that Freud psychology working out for you? That was the other thing that I realized when I was doing my research, and I'm sitting here going through it going, you know what? I think that's what I need to do. I need to do a whole summation of, now that I'm wrapping up my research, let me show you what I discovered, because this is the shit I found. When I studied psychology, Pythagorean psychology, and I was able to step back from it and go, wait a minute, let's do the math. How many psychologists join the psychology field because they want to solve their own problems? It is so common that psychologist professors have a speech practiced for those students who come in, can't handle it, have a breakdown, and walk out. They actually trained for this because it happens so often. But whoever said it works? So now you've got these people going through the system and they think they're better when they're not, because they think it works, but it doesn't. And then we're watching the mental health crisis get worse and worse and worse. Why do you think that is? So now I'm taking a step back going, well, who's teaching the psychologists? So then I look over at the educational department. Homeschool your children. Homeschool your children. Every fucking person that I meet, every fucking person I speak to, homeschool your children. Don't you dare put them in a public school. Don't you dare put them in a school. You are sentencing them to a life of stupid. And we have the science to prove it. If you put your child in school, they will get dumber. to the point where it's now killing us. The research is substantial. Teachers are too egotistical to even talk about the problem. I teach educators only, and I only teach humbled educators. That is a solid core rule of mine. I only teach life learners, and I only teach honorable and humble teachers. A teacher who is willing to give up the word teacher and resign themselves over to lifelong learning instead. As far as I'm concerned, all other teachers in the world are, well, there's the problem, the invisible catalyst. The educational system literally defines and shapes an entire culture. The human person is 100% a product of the educational system. I'm going to say that again. A human person, a society, is 100% a result of the educational system. It is not nurture or nature. If you are educated, you would know that nurturing is nature. But you are so uneducated at this point that you don't know that nurture is not nature. You think it's a competition. That's how stupid you are. Is you think nurture and nature, which are the same thing, are competing with each other. That's how stupid you are. Everything is relative. You are so stupid that you thought nurture competed with nature. Be scared. So there's been this whole environment or education. And what you don't know, because this is learning, is just because you're in a classroom does not mean you are learning. And just because you are outside of a classroom does not mean you are learning. You're always learning or you're not. And if you don't know how to learn, did someone teach you? Someone taught me how to learn. Did you get a class on how to learn? I did. I mastered it. I smashed that fucking class. I am so fucking good at learning that I know how to literally reverse engineer Mother Nature herself. Can you do that? Didn't think so. That's how fucking good I am at learning. That is what learning is, by the way. It's the ability to reverse engineer your intuition from Mother Nature. That's how you invent, know, discover. I know what I'm saying, invent now. Because I'm a god. That's why. Because I am Mother Nature. After she integrated, I'm going, oh, all right. So I invented it and discovered it. This is getting to be real fun. I love integration. Okay. That's how you get to discover academic disciplines, is by reverse engineering them right out of Mother Nature. That's what scientists train to do, which is why scientists are so fucking good at finding the truth. Spiritualists who actually want to convene with Mother Nature actually need to become scientists. So yeah, science is spiritual. This is it right here. Scientists are the badass spiritualists. There you go. Scientists, they're the ones who know how to be spiritual and fucking bring it. Yeah, they do. Look at me. That's right. This is how this is done. And people are like, oh my God, your energy. Physics. It's called wisdom. I love this. I have this one idea of like, oh God, I wish I could draw. This is where I'm like, oh, I wish I could draw. I see the tree of knowledge and I see Adam and Eve. Well, I hate Adam. It's the snake and Eve. And they're going, oh, we're not allowed to touch the tree of knowledge. And there's all the scientists standing around, and Newton sitting there watching the apple fall, and he's sitting there recording, all right, this is good in gravity. And then you got Newton, or you got Tesla sitting there like plugging it up to the apple and making a coil out of the apples. You've got Einstein just sitting there devouring the apples and like, ooh, look, light. This is what I see, is all the scientists just hovering around this gorgeous apple tree, just dissecting it. Those are my scientists. Yeah, those are my scientists. Yeah, that's right. I love my people. Those are my people. Yep. And there's like, I could do a whole thing. Like first perspectives. Oh, I can see it too. First perspectives would be looking at it going, is it okay to look at, mommy? And the second perspective would going, I don't know, dear. Do you think it's okay to look at that, honey? And then the third perspectives are, I'm going to rebel. I'm going to look right at it. You'll go blind. I don't care. There's your third perspectives. And then your fourth perspectives are, well, I don't know if we should look at it. Let's check the law books. Does the law say we are allowed to look at it? And then the fifth perspective will say, oh, that's where the money is. Oh, that's where the money is. So do I want to be like these losers, or I'm going to go over here a little bit? And then the sixth perspectives will go, oh, no, it's so spiritual. Don't touch it. We need to pray. There you go. There's your six perspectives. Seven perspectives go, whoa. We were never in a garden. We were never in a garden. There is no garden. There is no tree. Yep, that's right. God, I love this shit. I love this shit. That is exactly how it is. That's how it was. And then after that, it's just downhill. Oh, it's a whole nother trip down there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's where you become a solo. And that's where it's like, oh, I'm done with people now. And then you realize that you've got to do this 24 fucking times. That, oh my fucking God. I don't know, Jack, I'm just going to shut up and watch. So you shut up and you watch for a very long time because you realize you are this big. And you get to go and do that again and again and again. You are this big. Yeah, you just stand and you watch a lot. You stand and you watch everything. So beautiful. So that's my view. I could take you to Everest. My Everest. Every time I see more of it, I cry. It's so fucking beautiful. It makes sunsets look ugly. It really does. That's how fucking beautiful it is. And I can hear the music. So could Pythagoras. He was right. He was right. It has a sound to it. But remember, space is a vacuum, so you can't hear the sound it's making. But it has a sound. It just, oh. Yeah, Pythagoras. God, I love his mind. So that's what I'm doing. I got to show you myself. I got to come out and just be like, this is who I am. So I'm going to go ahead and just journal it. Because being 4 years old was fucking hell. My mother knew. I had that conversation with her a year ago. When I called her up and I'm like, you know what I am. And she goes, yeah, we've known for a while. I said, you know what I am. And she's like, yeah. She says, we had no idea how to hide it. I was a fucking prisoner because they were trying to hide what I am. I was beaten because they didn't know how to hide it. And I was 4 and I knew things. And so they painted me up to be insane. When I wasn't. I was never insane. I was never insane. I was just a 4-year-old god. And I could see things and do things. And it scared my white supremacist Orthodox family, Southern Baptists, so much. Because I was the one who could point out all of their illogic. I was the one who could point out all of their lies and everything they'd built up in their delusion. It didn't work on me. I was immune to delusion. I was immune to delusion. I was immune to delusion for a very long time. And when I did start getting the delusion, Joanna, I am immune, but not Joanna. Joanna was not immune. So when my multiple personality happened, that's when everything just switched. And that's when I couldn't tell anything. I was on the wrong side of the mirror. And I grew up seeing these dominoes and playing with them and moving them around to get exactly what I want with every single desired result, however I wanted it. And by 12, I learned the value, the importance of you choosing your words very carefully. Very, very, very carefully. Oh, God. I had a fight with my cousin when I was 10. And I wished she would die. And she did. A day later. They had a car accident. 10 people, 9 died. My best friend walked away, didn't walk away, with brain damage. That is how I learned that I could manifest. And that I really needed to be careful what I wish for. Words matter. And I was high one day. And I was talking to some people. And we had been discussing, shouldn't Sean Connery be dead by now? And 2 hours later, he died. So I know better. I cannot say. That's when I really started to dive into the science behind manifestation, because I needed to understand how it works so I can't let this happen again. I'm on a level. So no, there were things I was doing and I thought it was normal. I thought everyone had what I was. And I couldn't figure out why I was different at the same time. I couldn't figure out. So I'm at the end of my rope. I hate that term. It's not at all the right term. I fucking hate that term. I'm at the end of this chapter. And I'm literally closing the book on it and starting a new one. I wouldn't even say it's the end of a chapter. I would say it's more like I'm at the end of this book and I'm about to start a new one. And I have no idea what's inside that book. And this is it. This is it right here is I'm sitting here going through the logical, are you a god? I can prove it. There's substantial evidence. And at the end of the day, I get people going, you are. And I don't want to be, it's really a good song. Holy shit, is that a fucking amazing song? Oh, if I were in the subway hearing that, I'd be dancing barefoot in a heartbeat. I'd dance barefoot in the subway. That's fucking right. I walk barefoot in Manhattan. Oh, yeah, I do. I will not walk barefoot in the Bronx. So, and I've talked to people, and they've given me their opinion. And it's 100% right down the line. And I'm going, all right. So the consensus is 100% in, I am a god. Here's the proof. And I don't want anything to do with this. I can't have, I'm going to say normal life. But we all know that we don't even know what that is. So, and that's, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like any of this. I don't want it. Oh, this is my Gethsemane moment. I'm doing this again. I do this a lot where I'm just like, I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it here because I'm trying to rationalize shit again and it just keeps looping through. I feel other things and I got to surface them up. Oh, I know what this is. It's called, oh, we don't have a name for it yet. Let's invent one. Truth purging. Truth purging. You've heard of lie purging. Truth purging. Truth purging is when you stop keeping truth a secret. Truth cannot be a secret. Truth cannot be a secret. It's not compatible. And I know what this is. I do this, and the more I do it, the stronger the vision. I see what I've been doing. Oh, I've been trying to figure that out for a while. I live in two places at the same time. I am in the material and in the abstract at all times. There's a whole world going on for me there and in here. And I've learned how to integrate the two of them. Every now and then, I get really good at integrating the two of them. Like right now, I'm not integrated. Well, no, I'm not. My abstract is not integrated with my material. Did you hear what I just said? My abstract is not integrated with my material. Every now and then, I integrate I did it yesterday. It's when I'm Sunshine Imagination Adventures. That is the integrated abstract into the material, and that's when we come together, and I'm my true self. And the more I speak the truth, the more I integrate This is logic. The more you speak the truth, the more you integrate your abstract with your material. It's a pyramid. It's called integrated pyramids. So you have to integrate your material plane with your abstract self. Now, when I'm not, and this is where I go quiet, is because my abstract's taking over. So it's abstract and material. So I'm sitting here doing my thing, and then the abstract will take over, and then I'll put my focus on what's going on in the abstract. And that's what's happening right now is, so we need to integrate us. And I'm still learning how to integrate my material and my abstract. So the abstract is located in the future. So the more I do things in the present, in the material plane, the more the point of concept is playing out. So I can literally alter my behavior here and see the effect it's going to have in there. This is how I predict the future. It's not future prediction. It's setting up the dominoes. So if I don't want that reaction, then I want this reaction. I change my behavior. Now, as I changed my behavior accordingly, because I could see, oh, that's not a response I want. That's a response I want. Oh, and it became a compass. But here's what it also did. I noticed that every time it was aligned with what I wanted, I was talking the truth. Every time I was telling a lie, it was pointing away from where I wanted to go. And I went, no, well, I just got to tell the truth. So I tell the truth, and more the future I want comes out. But we're not telling the truth. Exhibit A. I don't know what to call that whole speech I just gave. We got to give it a name. That needs to be, I think we're going to call it Truth Purge. The Truth Purge. There you go. We're going to call it the Truth Purge. Yeah, that's a really, we need that, because that's going to go on to Anna's recommended. This is huge, because that's it right there. Yeah. All right. I know I'm going to be doing like a podcast, or not a podcast, but a playlist of just these 2 days where I'm doing my truth purge. And the more I do my truth purge, the more it comes out, the more I align with where I want to go, the better I feel, the more logical I feel, and the more my abstract integrates with my material. So I just got to purge all of it and just say everything that I've been not saying for the last all my life. It's a truth purge. And that's really what you're doing when you're healing, is you're truth purging. Can you do it? Can you do a truth purge? Oh, I'm going to do a truth purge challenge. Oh yeah, we're going to do this. It's called the Truth Purge Challenge. Truth Purge Challenge. Oh, we're going to hashtag that shit, guys. Yep. So you go on YouTube. This is the challenge. You do a podcast and you speak your truth. Work it out. Just like I did. Truth Purge Challenge. You got to be raw. You got to be real. You got to be honest. And you got to watch for that metric of when it feels right, it's truth. When it feels wrong, it's a lie. This is illogical. That's logical. That's disintegration. That's integration. This causes mental health, aging, death. That doesn't. Truth purge. It's not easy. I've literally been doing it my whole life. Well, not my whole life. 2015. I remember when I first wrote Broken, and I was like, oh, I'm so going to be dead. And I wrote Broken. And then it published, and I'm like, yeah, I'm so dead. Yep, I'm dead. I'm dead. And then my family found out I was publishing it, and this is what my brother said. That's not going to go well for me. And that's it. That's all he said. That was the most validating moment. I went, you know what you did, you fucking piece of shit. Like that, it was right there. He knew what he did. He knew. And I just watched that was really it. When I published Broken, I watched my family go. And I went, oh, you pieces of shit. Okay. All right. All right. So I'm going to go take a break, and then I will be back And I'm going to continue my own truth purge challenge. Yeah. All right. Thank you. And may the truth always find you.